is being sponsored by lawmakers from Nigeria's oil-rich Delta region. It follows argument by the Nigeria NLNG that the law that established the firm exempted it from the payment of a 30% levy to the Niger Delta Development Commission. The law in question requires all oil and gas producing companies onshore and offshore in the Niger Delta region to pay 3% of their annual budget as levy to the NDDC, an agency set up by the Nigerian government to carry out development projects in the region, which is facing one of the world's worst environmental degradation as a result of the heavy oil exploration that takes place there.
We feel that this is not applicable to Nigeria LNG because, one, we are a midstream processing company. Two, the shareholders, who also happen to be the gas suppliers that you saw, the shareholders, actually, they already pay this 3% upstream.
Highly regarded as a successful public-private partnership, Nigeria LNG is a venture between state-owned Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Royal Dutch Shell, Total, and ENI to produce liquefied natural gas for export. The company is arguably the biggest taxpayer in Nigeria and has delivered over $33 billion in revenue to the country in the 16 years of its operation. It's now planning a 2-train expansion estimated at $25 billion with the potential to create 18,000 jobs. But the firm is warning that the planned amendment bill by the lawmakers could lead to the loss of that investment.
If you take 18 people and you give them 18,000 people and you give them job, that has a lot of impact in the oil and gas industry.
We're not producers, we're buyers of gas. We buy gas, we liquefy it, we ship it to our customers. That's our business. There are other people who buy gas. The power producers buy gas, the fertilizer producers buy gas, the petrochemicals guys buy gas. None of these other buyers is being invited to pay the NDDC 3%.
Unions in the oil and gas industry are siding with the gas firm, asking the lawmakers to shelve the amendment. But the sponsors of the bill are not backing down, at least for now. They insist Nigeria LNG Act should be amended to compel the gas firm to pay the 3% levy. This issue has actually gone as far as the Supreme Court of Nigeria in the past, with the Apex Court ruling in favor of the gas firm that the act that established the firm indeed exempted it from paying the contentious levy. It's why the lawmakers are now pushing for the amendment of the very act itself. Deji, Badmus, CGTN, Lagos, Nigeria.